Okay, after I have my document in, I am going to place my image on there, and I would go up to File, Place Embedded to bring it in. Once I have it in, I'm going to drag the corner over that and place it within there, like so, something like that, and then hit my check mark. And then I'm going to use the text tool to add a title. So I grab the text tool, I'm going to come out to my, and if I just left click on that, I should have this Latin in there. I'm going to go to my delete key, and I'm just going to add a working title like that. Over in the properties panel, I can see the size of my text. I can change that. It needs to be highlighted, obviously. I could highlight that by just double clicking on the actual T in the layer. So if I'm on that Vogue layer, if I double click on the T, it automatically highlights. It's a lot easier than trying to drag your cursor over that. What I want you to do is add a layer style to this. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I can also, to change the size, I can go up to the T and I can just left click. You'll see that when I put my cursor on top of that T, if I left click, it'll make it go around that way, and I can do it like that. So I'm going to move it in place with my move tool. And to get the layer style, I just double click on this layer over here in an empty area. So I'm right here, and if I just, with my mouse, I just double click, left click, I get this. And this allows me to add a layer style. I'm going to ask you to add a bevel emboss, and you'll see that over on the style it has an outer bevel, and this is changing, and it has an inner bevel. I like that one a lot. It adds some depth. But it's really your choice to what you want to do, and I can just move that slider on the sides, and you'll see how it affects that bevel like that, and it gives it a little three-dimension dimensionality. So I also, if you didn't want to do that, you could not do the bevel emboss, and maybe you just wanted to add a stroke to it. I can come down here to where it says stroke, and I click on that, and I can choose the color just by double clicking on this. Let's say I wanted to add a, I don't know, green to that. Click on that, and then, oh, it didn't change it, hold on. There it is. I mean, I probably wouldn't do that, but I could. So one layer style on there. I'm going to add my barcode. I go to File, Place Embedded. Get my barcode. It comes in. I'm going to make it an appropriate size and then bring that down. Place it there. The other two things I wanted you to have was an online reference and a date for sure. So I would grab my text tool again and come out here and just, I'm going to add April. Um, 2023. And I'm going to change that size by double clicking on that to highlight it. Come up here and shrink that down a little bit. And then I'm going to change the font on that over here from, I have this, what is that? Bebas Neuve. I'm going to change it to Baskerville. And then I will just grab my move tool and place that somewhere. You could put it on the bottom. You could put it right underneath your title. Then I want an online reference. So I'm gonna grab my text tool one more time, and the online reference would just be the online version of that magazine. So I'd have Vogue.com. So I'm gonna put that right on top of my barcode. I could even put, I could go in the front and do the www dot in front of that. I'm going to select that by double clicking on the T on that layer, I think. Yeah, and I'm going to make that a little really small. Grab that and put that. Ooh, let me grab my move tool. Down there. Then I'll add my headlines and all that. Okay.